Sorry, speaking in English. That's a shame on me not knowing Latvian so well. My name is Keit. I'm CTO and co-founder of TrustLynx. I'm happy to be here to share experience, 20 years experience in implementation of trust services in organizations to deliver signing, sealing, authentication into business applications. If you have any remarks, questions, you can let me know. Let's try to be interactive and responsive as possible. Later on, I will give you a few keywords for developers to keep in mind if you start developing or integrating trust services into your systems, which you should study a little bit and think about constantly. Keep in mind that the implementation of trust services and developing is not a one-time job. That's for sure. So, TrustLynx. The brand name TrustLynx we introduced this spring. Before that, we were known more as a signing services. At this time, we were part of Digital Mind. Digital Mind is a software implementation integrator company. And in this company, 20 years ago, I made first project in one telco company to implement digital signing in content management or document management system. So the task was to put their button, click on that, pin one for ID card, and sign the document. That was the first start where it all started. From very first day, our main focus was to build trust services in a way they're secure manner. It means the content never leaves from the origin of the location. So if the document is meant to archive in the archive, it should remain there, not to send by email to some externals or put some external portals. So keeping in mind the compliance and the security was the fundamental of our applications. TrustLynx provide API platforms for third-party integrators or companies. They can integrate solutions into their business applications or into their business services. We are proud to say that the good customer won a prize, yes, last year for implementation of best digital signature here in Latvia, underneath using our services. So, proof that we have done something correctly. Oops. Sorry for that, but TrustLynk platform we can take as a Lego bricks. Using these ones, we can build complex full solutions. Can be integrated to business applications. TrustLynx Lego blocks include all variety of compliance components from signature lowest level till the highest level. The same with authentication. We can provide solutions simple authentication till qualified authentications. Keeping in mind data privacy, security, and we deliver these blocks to customers, so we are not touching customer information or customer data at all. So it's all controlled by themselves. That's also differentiator from the market. Since they implement the solution into their platforms, into their solutions directly, the user experience should be the best what they can get. So they don't redirect users to some other sites, but they embed the users into their business applications. TrustLynx platform consists of multiple components or products, if we can call so. The main product is API platform. We deliver this to customers cloud native approach. They can deploy these components in on their on-premises, private cloud, or any other environment they are used to running containers, for instance. There are some customers who want to build applications following very sophisticated CI/CD processes. We can deliver software this way as well. On top of this API platform, we have built modules, products, add-ons. And one most used is authentication aggregator. What we have done, we have built on top of Keycloak identity platform using SPIs, extensions for Smart ID, Mobile ID, Approx Mobile ID cards, some other countries TSP support as well. One Polish, Swedish, and so on. The outcome of that is that customer have a authentication portal, and they can follow OpenID Connect protocol to get user identification information and session data. Then we have built add-ons for business applications like SharePoint, OpenText, TalkAware, and some others. So digital signing will be native feature of these applications. You don't have to develop something by yourself or integrate something else, but it will be native plugin, native part of this software. We have developed the full signature collection solution. This is another our major product. We call it Signbox. This is a combination of microservices and UI parts to provide full signature collection application. Customers can integrate to their existing processes or use it standalone totally. Then we have developed the e-sealing component to integrate to the backend systems to automate corporate signature or e-sealing capabilities in a way that it will be scalable. And we have introduced so-called, we call it profiling. So you can have multiple certificates, let's say that way, or so multiple keys, and different business scenarios need different certificates, different signature from sub-institutions, for instance. So we can handle profiling and a very scalable way. So we can have one corporate e-seal on multiple devices and multiple locations. So to be more protected, and if there are network connection issues or some hardware failures, we can balance requests to different physical devices. And also we provide a pad sign solution, can collect signatures on devices on physical contact of the persons. We have over 40 customers in our region. Most probably you have used our services without knowing that they're using our services. Most of customers coming from fintech and banking. Another big sector is in telco, utilities, and our good friends from software development companies. They have integrated our solutions into their software and provide services to their customers. There are pure software development houses who use our components, and there are also service providers who have integrated software into their platforms. So how we reach that point, this complete set of services and applications? This is actually my journey to reach the point we are today. As I mentioned, my first interaction with Trust Service was in implementation of signing in document management. We can think that, okay, put the button there and sign the document, that's it. Yes, it was initially. But we started 2004, this project. And next task was that at this time, there was National Archives recommendation to put into ASIC. In Estonia, we use ASIC containers 99%, no PDF signing. Into ASIC containers, you can put only documents in the format which are long time able to open. So you create document in Office or Word 2000. It was not recommended, so you have to convert this document. Okay, you click on sign, it's Word document, convert this automatically to PDF. preferred PDFA. Okay, good, it's done. Next, in government sector, there is such a feature called document registration. There should be number on the document. Nice feature. Okay, I click sign, and there was a rule that you cannot register document before signing. So it means we had to extend the Trust Services signing feature, register document, put this to the document, convert to PDF, and create AC containers. All it have to be done with one click. Okay, done this. It doesn't stop there. Next is the process around this flow. You initiate the process for the CEO to sign document. And there are 10 documents with the background information to make decision. So, okay, we want to put this signing or confirmation into workflow. Somebody have to decide which of these 3 documents go out of 10 go to this container. So it means to implement signing in document management system, you have to extend the workflows and somebody manage what goes there, registration, conversion, create container, and then we have done. So the signing or implementing Trust Service is not only putting a button there and then getting timestamp and confirmation of the certificate. So from that, we decided to compile this knowledge into APIs and provide this to third-party to be able to integrate the same features into their platform. And on top of that, we built, as mentioned, this full signature collection platform. We call it Signbox, which already combines these this knowledge what we have, APIs, and UI part as well. So it's full signature collection solution. And all this, keeping in mind all the time security, UI part, I mentioned one-click signing, all these actions have to be done. And of course, performance. Our solution is used very many banks and telcos where the performance is very, very important. You can't imagine that the confirming payment order takes, I don't know, 5 seconds. I think you change the bank after that. Or if you have hundreds of thousands of invoices or some documents have to be e-sealed. You can't afford that this process take 1 month. New invoice is coming at this time already. So these are the main points where we figure out if we develop our platform. Okay, going more technical. What consists our platform? Today's main topic is authentication. I think authentication is one of the most important in this journey. We have to know who is the customer, and this enables us access to the other very important part is archive. The target action is, yes, signing, but it all starts knowing who will access our content, and through this chain, we have to enable access to specific archive, specific content. I didn't understood too much of this previous presentation, but it indicated sort of the same thing. So we have to know who is there and what they can access. Based on this access information, we can give access or limit access to one or other archives. Important part that in this Trust Services journey is also processing or the flow, data flow. We have to authorize what time, whom, and what content we make available. So we have to have this authorization information in place as well. So for that, we have developed our own process engine where we keep authorization information as well. And of course, the main component in signing process is signature creation part itself. And in some scenarios, token stamping. We are missing on the picture one piece which getting also important nowadays is content creation part. We have a tool to create content from data as well during the signing. So the same example I gave you converting a document, but the scenario can be that creating content from the data with the same request of signing. Good example is payment order. So you fill in the form on a banking system. It means this data, raw data, somehow appears here and then will be converted to signable document. Not always, but quite many scenarios it's that way. So, interesting part for developers. If you start developing trust services, first of all, you have to identify what type of services you need to integrate, or what services you need to fill your business requirements. So basically, we're talking about 3 different services if we talk about trust services. Authentication, signatures, e-seals. There are different vendors in the market for all of these. You have to identify which are relevant for you, which market, which country, what are available, which are not. If you have identified these ones, the next layer of complexities kick in. You have to find out what are the OCSP sources. Can you use IOCSP? Can you use CRLs? Or what is the OCSP, or custom some OCSP source? OCSP is certificate confirmation request. Timestamp vendors. There are at least 5 in our region, I think. No, I mean our region. We talk about in Europe there are hundreds. So, but at least in our region we can choose at least 5. But complexity comes in. Different vendors they require different prerequisites. Do you need to open ports? Do you need to register IP address? Do you need to get authentication credentials to access these services? So you have to find out what are the requirements one or each other vendor to access. It's not that way that each of these works the same way. No. If you talk about e-sealing, there are multiple ways or multiple devices where you can store your private keys and certificates. There are USBs, there are cards, there are options to use a HSM service. If you choose device, you have to think what kind of certificate you need. Is it really qualified, or is it lower level also accepted? So depending on that, you have to choose the right device, where to keep your private key and certificate. Private key especially. Certificate can be different location. And the last thing in this chain, you have to identify what kind of data you have or what kind of document you have what you want to sign. There are a few options again. Using PDFs or ASIC, what I mentioned, or totally T-attached, sorry for typo, T-attached data. What format of signatures you use. If you jump into the PDF signing, there is a option to add visual signature on the document. I'm not really a fan of visual signatures because signature is signature and it's seen in this signature pane. Why to put this disturbing information on the document itself? But if you want to add document, how to create this visual signature, where to locate this, and if there are multiple signatures, where to put next to each other or top of last page, first page. You have to think about this if you develop interface to create PDF signatures. Libraries. There are a few options also available to use as a base libraries. I can't imagine anybody will start from scratch and doing everything by themselves, starting very low crypto level. Again, in our region, there are a few options. In Estonia, we can use government-backed Digidoc for J for compiling signatures. I know Elvertetse and Latvia provide also Java APIs, or you can choose European Commission provided DSS as well. Both of these rely actually on these ones. But why we're talking about these, considering using these ones, is the next thing, testing. It's very, very challenging thing if we talk about the development and testing trust services. If you are okay to test in production, then it's not so complicated. But it's not preferred many companies itself, and I'm pretty sure SK is not happy that you test in production as well. To test or develop, we're using test cards. You have to order these ones, and these are not working in production mode. So the same with a Smart ID, Mobile ID, and Apex Mobile. You have to have a separated, dedicated app for that one. You have to register this. You have to obtain this demo accounts. Yes, you can use demo numbers and accounts for Mobile ID and Smart ID as well. But to make this real tests, I suggest to make these demo applications as well. Supporting libraries. That's really good thing. For SK provide supporting libraries for Smart ID and Mobile ID. You don't have to develop from scratch directly to their APIs, but you can use their libraries to make your life easier. I hope you continue developing these ones in the future as well. If you are testing OCSP is again very complex thing. If you embed some new certificates which are not trusted in your test environments, you have to enable and embed these capabilities into your environment. Cost thing, that's the thing, maybe not smart way to use production for testing. If you want to make a heavy load test, end of the day, it will cost some money to get timestamps and then the transactions for instance, for Smart ID or Mobile ID. And pure access question, I know there are many companies who don't allow to access from test or development network to production or live environments. So this is already the next thing to consider or think if you plan testing and developing solutions. I mentioned in the beginning that developing trust services is not one-time job. You have to constantly keep an eye on vendors' websites, on European Commission information. There might be changes in trust lists. There might be changes in vendor solutions. There will be updates in features, for instance. So, constant job of keeping system up to date. No, not mentioning security vulnerabilities and stuff like that, which appear daily basis in our lives. Thank you. That was my message, my experience sharing to you. Trust is a must.